Let's begin. This is The Block. I am your host, Kyle Johnston. It's for the late night addicts, the early morning coffee drinkers. It's where we talk some sports, break down the games, do a little handicapping, talk some pop culture, and I provide you with some music as well. We're going to run through this quick, get these picks out as quick as we can. 7 o'clock is approaching. Tip off, puck drop, whatever it may be. So let's run through this. Had an eventful day that I'll get to hopefully later. I'm going to try to drop a podcast later in the night. Maybe I'll release it in the morning, something like that. Talk a little UFC, some Nate Diaz. That was a fucking wild Saturday night. Celebrations where I was pretty intense. Since we're basically Camp Diaz where we were. And successful night. But I'll get to that my next podcast here. But we got a couple games on the college hard court. Got the tip off here around 7 o'clock. I want to get this out. I laid one game last night. I laid Gonzaga last night. I got a few more on the board here I like for you. Iona on the road against Monmouth. Not really on the road here, but they're in the conference tournament right now. Both teams played last night. We're seeing a lot of line movement, a lot of line swings on this game. I grabbed Monmouth at -1. Total in this game is 155.5. It's staying consistent. But as we speak right now, Iona's sitting at -1. And you get Monmouth at +1. I think Monmouth's just the better team. They've had the better face a better schedule. Been more consistent team. I think they play better defense. Could get into a whole bunch of stats here, but I don't really want it too much. So I want to fly through this and get this out. Talk later about it. Wisconsin, Green Bay. They're 9.5-point road dogs. Valpo's laying 9.5. Total in this game's 143.5. I like Wisconsin, Green Bay to cover the 9.5 points. I think it's just a little bit too much. Wisconsin, Green Bay's got a good offense. They've had a quality season in the Horizon League. Valpo's no slouch. But I think they're going to keep it close. Wisconsin, this is their third game. Or third or second game in a row. Can't quite remember. Valpo's kind of been sitting around waiting. As I keep creeping down the college board. Let me see all that. Oakland. Where are you, Oakland? Oakland and Wright State. There we go. Oakland's at home against Wright State. Oakland's -6-point favorites. Total in this game is 152.5. Now, Oakland's had a pretty good season right now, especially against the spread. I will try to jump on some stats for this game. Oakland, 19-6-1 against the spread on the season. 7-4 against the spread at home. They are 12-2-1 against the spread on the road, though. Oakland as well. They've been a quality team to put some money on. Exciting as well. They put points up on the board. Not the best on defense either. That's what makes these games exciting. They got to put some points up. I think they will. I don't think Wright State quite has what it takes to hang with them. They're only putting up 68 points on the season. Play some quality defense though, so it'll keep it a little closer. But I think Oakland will pull away. Another quality game in the Horizon League tonight. And in the late night action, we got BYU taking on Gonzaga. I'm looking at a close game here, but I think the Bulldogs are going to pull away. Bulldogs are sitting at -3.5-point favorites. Total in this game is 150.5. Last night I jumped on the Bulldogs at -3. See, Gonzaga squeaked down a close one by not too long ago. What, maybe 2 weeks ago, Gonzaga squeaked down a close one, 71-68. On the road. Brigham Young were playing at home. They were minus 3-point favorites. But BYU just inched by Gonzaga earlier in the season when Gonzaga was at home 69-68. So we're looking at a close game here tonight. Both games went under. I'm not touching the total on this game. I do think the under would be the play. I don't play too many unders in basketball. Now on the professional side of basketball in the NBA, Clippers are on the road to take on the Dallas Mavericks. Clippers are minus 4.5-point favorites. Total in this game is 209.5. Mavericks played last night, but I do like the over 209.5. I think we can get there. I think we're going to see some points. The Mavericks play some shitty defense anyways, so them playing last night means their defense is going to be even shittier. Now I think they'll be able to put some points up on the board. In the last 10 games between these two basketball clubs, the totals, the over is cashed 9 times. The over is 9-1 in the last 10. So I like the over in this game. I think we can get to 210. And on the frozen pond, we got a full board of games tonight, but one in particular stands out, the Boston Bruins. They're on the road against the Florida Panthers. This is the Panthers' first game back home after a lengthy road trip. As it stands right now, it's basically a pick'em. It is minus 110, both clubs. I like the Boston Bruins sitting at minus 110 on the road. Wish we got a little bit more value on it, but we'll take it. So I'm going to take the Boston Bruins to beat the Florida Panthers on the road. But as I said, I'm going to just get this out quickly here, hopefully. I'm going to come back and talk some UFC. Do some other stuff. I was down at the Air Canada Centre today. I'll talk about that a little bit. Not too much, but I'll express a little bit on it. It was a good time. But remember, if you're not laying the money down on the table, you're not winning. Psychopath!